obeying this itch that comes from the source, which is a wild itch. It's in the wilderness out there. It pulls us from the community, pulls us from the flock. We're not just wandering off aimlessly. There's something pulling us into the wild, into the source. And what these stories are telling us, these lessons are telling us, there's something of value there, of great value, that's pulling the one that wanders, that the 99 that do not wander either are not hearing that call, not hearing that invitation from the source, or maybe they're hearing it, but they say, well, it's safer here, that might be dangerous out there. I'd better just stay here. Better just settle for what I have here rather than taking a risk and going out there into the great unknown. When the source invites you to the feast, you better not insult the source by refusing the invitation. By saying, oh, I think I'll just stay here, it's safer here, or like the people in that wedding feast story. The one had his business to attend to, and the other had his farm to take care of. The merchant had he was doing his inventory. His inventory was more important than going to the feast. When you get that invitation to receive that massive infusion of source favor, that's a quantum leap promotion that takes you off the chart to a level of extraordinary experience and extraordinary performance beyond what you've ever imagined was possible. Only a fool would refuse that invitation. So we have some radical lessons here. They go against our old programming of justice and being a good boy, a good girl, doing what you're told, keeping your nose clean, adhering to the expectations of the community, staying within the compound, not wandering outside those walls into that great wilderness out there. We're taught to obey the community dictates, not to obey that call, that invitation that comes from out there in the wild, which is from in here, in this wild place inside our hearts. The source values one peak experience, one extraordinary experience, a quantum leap beyond all those little increments of progress. And funny thing is, the shaman feels exactly the same way. We will sacrifice a lifetime of those little bland increments for the one wandering itch that pulls us to this quantum leap promotion, this peak experience. The movie The Wrestler, same moral. He was at a crossroads. Is he going to go against his doctor's advice and have his one peak experience in the arena where he has always felt more at home than anywhere, even at risk to his life, or live out the rest of his days back in the flock, or at best he could hope for some tiny little increments of just getting by each day? He made the choice of the shaman. It's worth risking everything for that one peak experience. Mary throwing away the equivalent of today $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, a year's wages for that one peak experience, that one important thing, rejoicing, glorifying, anointing the source